Alright, YouTubers, welcome back. I'm Dave, like always, and you found do it yourself, do it right. And, you know, I got the double whammy going on today. Got the old Ford hat, got a FUBAR shirt. You know what that means? Well, maybe you do. If you don't, if you're new to the channel, go back and watch up some of the other videos. You know, it's a theme. The hat, the shirt, kind of goes with, you know, what we'll be working on. So, you know, pause, go back, watch some of the other videos. You'll get the drift, and then come on back to this one. So, yep, Ford hat, FUBAR shirt, got the old girl under the cover, and we're gonna work on something that's been giving me fits really ever since I've got it back going, and that is the throttle linkage. Yeah, you're probably wondering why haven't you fixed the throttle linkage before now? Well, it's not really, well, it is a throttle linkage, but it's the 4-barrel part of the throttle linkage. It's you know, whenever you get into it, you know, you feed her the onions, you give her the gusto, it likes to get stuck, and it likes to, you know, scare the shit out of you, really, because you're going down the road and, you know, big car, not very good brakes, throttle linkage stuck on 4-barrel, and you're going down the road and you're like, you're doing the kicking chicken, really. I mean, you're kicking that throttle to, you know, get it unstuck. So that's what we're gonna be trying to fix today. I mean, I haven't been able to fix it yet, although I really haven't devoted myself to just looking at that. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right now. Unfortunately, the weather is pretty crappy outside, so I'm not really gonna be able to move the car very much. You know, it's doing the rain thing, so I guess I'm stuck here in the garage. So basically, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the cover back so I can open the hood, get the old carburetor. You know, pop the oil bath off, and you know, try to figure out why this thing keeps getting stuck. You know, there's, you know, this 1955 technology. You know, I thought, you know, not being that it was an old car, it would be pretty easy, but man, there are so many little linkages and adjustments and this and that, and I don't understand why there's so much stuff involved in this throttle linkage. It's like it's alien technology, you know, like kind of like the UFO Roswell. Although I think that was in the 40s. So, you know, maybe that technology siphoned down into the 50s. So let's you know, I'm gonna go ahead, pull the cover back, and let's get started. All right, so as you can see, cover is back. Got the hood open, or the bonnet if you're from across the pond. You know, they use weird words over there. So got my little work light going. Doesn't really shine too bright, so, you know, kind of working in the dark here a little bit. But you know, there's the old oil bath air filter. We're just gonna go ahead and pop this off. Oh, it was already loose, probably from the last time I was under here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that off, pull that out. Got nowheres to put my tools, really, and so I'm gonna set you guys here for now. Maybe, kind of, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if you stay there. Maybe. There we go. That's better. I'll yank this old girl off. Put her over there on the old tire holder slash, you know, now it's a air cleaner holder. In one of my previous videos, link to that there. You know, it's an everything holder. You know, it holds clothes, it washes them, does all that good stuff for us. But yeah, I think the trouble lies right here in this whole mechanism. Now I'm gonna sit here and work it, and it's probably gonna flood the motor, which is always good. I'll get you guys down in here. You see the carburetor, and then you got all these linkages. Boom, boom, boom. This guy here, this thing here. We got springs here. We got springs there. This here's your 4-barrel thingamabobber. And for whatever reason, you know, you give her the gusto. When you're going down the road, wide open, for some reason, this thing gets stuck. It doesn't really do it, you know, when you're playing with it, like I am right now, playing with it. But for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe it's part something going on down there. I'm not exactly sure. So, you know, you're along for the ride. This is, you know, we're exploring, having fun on a rainy day. So, yeah, I'm gonna get you guys set up in there so I don't have to keep, you know, pulling you in and out and all that stuff. So I went ahead and started rooting around under the hood to try to see if I could diagnose the problem, you know, kind of off camera, so then if I find something I can let you guys, you know, see. Or if I didn't find anything, there's no sense in making a video. But I think I've identified 2 possible issues, maybe 3, but I doubt the 3rd one. You know, with this car, there could be multiple things wrong. You know, it's like I said in a previous video, link up here, over here. This car sat since 2007, so you know, still trying to work the bugs out of it. You know, they just don't sit for that long and not have multiple issues going on. Like, you know, the brake system that I basically redid the whole system, and I still need to do work on. You know, there was multiple things wrong with the brakes just because it sat for so long. But we're not here to talk about the brakes. We're here to try to see if I can figure out this 4-barrel stickage problem. And so I'm gonna bring you down in here. I'm gonna do my best to try and explain this whole thing, this whole carburetor. I don't know how well of a job I'm gonna do, but nevertheless, I'm gonna try to get you in there so you can see. Maybe turn the light up a little bit. There we go. Let's try that. So the pedal, no, the linkage to the pedal, it's down there, and you really can't see it. Let's see if I can get my light down there. You can see it. There's a linkage down there, and there's a cotter pin that is not, let's say, it's not properly bent all the way. Now I think that might be the possible issue, like not really, but it probably wouldn't hurt to get up underneath there and bend that cotter pin further. But you know, it's going to be hard to reach. So I don't really think that that's the main culprit. I think the main culprit lies right here, which is the 4-barrel linkage. So the way this works is, you know, you push on the pedal, there's a bunch of links and little doodads over here, linkages to get it up behind the engine. Of course, none of those are lubricated, so I'll go ahead and lubricate those. But lots of cotter pins, lots of little these little keeper pins, and so you push the pedal through all those linkages. Obviously it works the throttle. Here you go, like that, like so. And obviously as fast as you want to go, all the way. You know, that's full pedal. So what that allows this to do is your full pedal, and then you have the 4-barrel linkage here, and through vacuum of the motor, it opens up this linkage here. I don't know if you can hear that. And it allows it to go all the way down. So those butterflies in here, they open up. So what I found was, when I'm sitting here messing with it, there's a little sticky spot when you're letting your foot off the gas, and the butterflies start to close. And of course now I can't get it to do it. It was doing it earlier. Anyways, so I think part of my issue lies in this little guy here. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of sandpaper, and I'm just going to clean that up a little bit. Make sure, see, it slides up and down quite easily, but I think the major issue is when you let off. When you're letting off, that's when the 4 barrels get stuck. Not when they're opening, mainly when you're letting off the gas and they start to close. I think this linkage binds up right in here. You can see a little bit of a wear spot right in there. So that's part of the issue. The other issue is, and I'm not sure if this really has anything to do with it, but I'm going to turn you back here. And you see this guy here. Really, I guess you can't really see it. I'll pick you up. This linkage here, this nut is loose. This nut right here. I can move it with my fingers. So, not sure that'll do anything specific, but it's a loose nut. It needs to be tightened. So, between, whoa, that's really bright. So between the loose nut and that 4-barrel linkage, you know, sticking every once in a while, and it's really only been every once in a while when I get on it, when I get rid of the onions, it'll get stuck. It doesn't get stuck every single time, so I think that's the culprit. All right, so first things first. You probably hear that noise. That's me and my little stool trying to, because I'm short, I can't really reach everything. So I use my stool, and it wants to slide out, make me fall down. So first thing first, I'm going to tighten up this nut. There's a little flat tip slot on the end, just to hold it, I guess. And then I got my little Alabama socket set, because I don't know what size nut that is. And I'm just gonna tighten it. It's gonna tighten her down just a hair, so it doesn't come loose like it was. Alright, so that's tight. And let's make sure that everything still works. Once you mess with one thing, you want to make sure that it keeps working. I don't see why that wouldn't work by tightening up the nut, but whatever. So that's working. Now this other little part, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. It's hard to reach. It's hard to balance on this little stool. And then, I'm trying to film. So that makes it even more fun. I really wish I could get you guys in there to see that better. Here we go. There you will see this little linkage here. Now it moves. And this little guy here, it gets stuck every once in a while. And you can just barely see the little wear spot right there. So, maybe there? No? Okay, maybe? No? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. So, I'm going to go ahead and throw you guys on a little time lapse So you can see me struggle with this linkage. Alright, so as you guys saw me, you know, some of it, you saw some of it, struggling with that little linkage and some sandpaper. I'll go ahead and show you, you know, what I got accomplished. Let me go ahead and get my flashlight too. So I basically put sandpaper on both sides of the linkage. You can see it, you know, it's scraped up. It's fairly clean. I went and, you know, I ran it back and forth, you know, a couple hundred times. Even got in the car and you know, worked the throttle, make sure it still did what it's supposed to do. But, you know, I'm not super convinced that any of this has really fixed the issue. Hopefully, you know, when the weather gets nicer, it's not raining, I'll pull her out, take her for a drive. But until then, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my lubrication, and I'm basically gonna spray the shit out of every throttle joint, linkage, whatever you want to call it, pivot point that I could find, because it's just what I'm gonna do. So here we go. So pretty much everything's gonna get some lubrication, to include that. We're gonna come down here, because that and that, and oh yeah, all this, yep, all that's getting some lubrication. All this too, because that moves. Don't ask me what it does, but it moves. I know that. The reason why I know, well, because it moves when I run the throttle. I probably should have done this a while ago, but I didn't. I mean, I think the only ones that are left are the ones that are way down in there. But you know, I'm gonna soak her down some more. This is a cheap dollar store, Dollar General kind of lube. As you can see, it says DG lubricant. Displaces moisture. So basically, it's you know, just like WD-40, water displacement formula number 40. If you guys didn't know what WD stood for, water displacement, on the 40th try, you know, took them 40 different tries to get it right. Oh boy, how am I gonna get it all the way down on that one? There's one way down in there. Maybe I just put a lot and let it run down it. That might work. It seems, oh, it's getting, oh, almost. Yeah, it's getting it. Try some more. Now this is the very scientific way to do it. Scientific method. You know, just drench the shit out of everything. You know, works for the government. I don't see why it wouldn't work here if it works for the government, right? So, yeah, let's give her a go again. Let's give her, you know, let's actuate that throttle. All right, let's give it a go again. Let's see what she. Oh, well, you know. Everything's moving. Moving there. Gurgle, 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 gurgle. Yep, it's it's moving. And it's gonna get my finger. You know, that's always fun. Lots of springs on this sucker, man. I don't know how it gets stuck. This thing's got so many dang springs. And they're not, you know, they're not wimpy springs, boy, by any means. They are some strong springs. So I'm gonna jump in the car and twist on the key, see if it'll start, now that I probably flooded it. But we'll see what she does. I'm not even gonna touch the gas, I'm just gonna turn. Oh boy, look at that. Alright, maybe I will. Maybe I will give her the old throttle. There we go. Well, it started. Well, she sounds good. I'll go ahead and take a look under the hood. So I'm gonna give her the onions for just a second, and hopefully you'll be able to see that throttle, that 4-barrel linkage go up and down. Maybe not from that angle. Can't see it move that much. You know, I don't want to hold it too much because I don't want the engine to go boom. So I guess really the only way to try it is, you know, take it out on the road once the weather clears up. All right, folks. Well, you know, I was just running the crap out of it, and you know, it's not sticking. I don't think I can really get a good idea of, you know, if it's gonna work or not until I can get it out on the road, like I said. But you can hear it. She's warm. She's clicking. You know, she's getting warm. I usually turn my fan on up there, but you know, I don't want the fan noise too bad on the video. I already have this one going. You can probably hear that through the whole video, but whatever. So I don't know if this is gonna fix my problem or not. There might be a part 2 to this video. You know, maybe a road test video with it or for it. The weather is, you know, it's raining one minute, it's clear the next, Yeah, it's Georgia weather. It's you know, you never really can tell what's gonna happen down here. And the car doesn't have any window seals whatsoever to speak of. So there's that. Plus, you know, these windshield wipers, it's a sorry excuse for a windshield wiper. So I don't want to take it out, get caught in the rain, and then, you know, car's soaking wet and wet on the inside. So I think that's going to do it for this video. Like I said, there might be a part 2, or there'll definitely be a part 2. I'll definitely get it out. You know, it'll be a short one, just a road test. Go up and down the road, you know, the 45-mile-an-hour zone, and then go as fast as I can and not have a speedometer, so I don't know how fast I'm going. But anyways, you get the point. I'll do another I'll do a road test video for everybody. But as far as this one, I think that's it. Fingers crossed. Hopefully hopefully that little sanding on the linkage got that little bit of a stickiness out, tightening up that nut. And I might actually climb under there and finish bending that cotter pin, but I don't really think that's gonna touch in the way of, you know, touch anything. There's really nothing for it to grab on down there. So anyways, you like this this Ford content? I know some of you old timers out there, you know, you like the old cars. I'm on the Facebook group of Blue Oval Gang and some of the other ones. They actually put my picture of this old girl as their banner page picture. So that's kind of cool. You know, I showed my father. He got a little bit of a kick out of it. So of course, you know, he's always worried, you know, do they know where you live? They can steal your car. You know, he's a little, you know, he's a little worrisome sometimes. But yeah, other than that, so that's it for this video. Like, tag, share, follow, subscribe. You know, give me a thumbs up. Throw a comment down in the block, you know, if you like this stuff. If not, you know, I'm sorry. You know, there'll be some more motorcycle videos. Got plenty of motorcycles to make videos of. And there's one out on the back patio. So yeah, like always, thanks a lot. Here's a sneak peek of an upcoming video. For those of you that know, you know. And for those of you that don't, you will know. Coming up soon.